Hi guys, so we're going to be just giving quick tips for the modeling of the drawer in here that we have in the scene. So I just already did the remodeling of this main part that is, I think, that detail that is more important regarding this drawer. Taking a look to the front face of the drawer, we have this plate of metal. And in order to understand how to model things, you need to understand how to break them in forms, in shapes. Well, we can see basically here that we have a few triangles and rhomboids. So what I did is just took a shape, in this case, just like this. I duplicated it, mirror that, and put it in here. And in all four corners, I did the same for every single one of these. I mean, since there are pretty much shapes that are repeating themselves, such as this one over here, and I mean, we have repetitions of here, and all over the place, as well as well, the corners, the sides, this one, and in the center we have 1, 2, 3, 4 shapes that repeats, and a few others, and in here, and all over the place. So what I did, as I mentioned to you, is basically I modeled these ones. After that, I created those other shapes, these ones in the center, and after that, the last ones in here. Now you can see that they are chamfered. So basically what I did is I chamfered each of these ones separately. I mean, first, for example, the lower corners, then these upper corners. And since they are not the same radius that from this one to this one, I just basically fillet them in groups. For example, these top corners, and I fillet them. And actually, if you can see that I'm still missing this corner. So like this, selected in groups, and after that, I started filleting them as this. This chamfer is quite small. Just like this. And well, now we have already that shape. So after that, since this one is wrong, so I will duplicate this and remake the whole process. So after that, I attach the whole line together. Okay. After this, we extrude it. And it would be this step. The thickness of this plate, and it's about 2 millimeters or even 3. So after we have the plate and this shape, we can make a boolean out of it. So we're going to be making a boolean. We need to make it intersect. Just like that is perfect. So from here, compound objects, procutter, and we already have selected this one. So we pick stack objects, and there you go, we have our shape. Let's say if we have now references, we don't have anymore the reference of that furniture in real life, but the client pretty much creates this kind of furniture that is pretty much the same. So we have a metal plate that is pretty much satin, kind of like glossy 75% or maybe 65%. Of course, every single metal in real life, everything in real life is chamfered. Here, for example, you can see that there is a really small chamfer over there, kind of like a 1 millimeter. But what happens in this kind of Boolean objects, basically we don't have edges that are connected to the borders. So if we now give a chamfer over here, and we of course lower the amount to 1.1, that would be 1 millimeter, we can see that there are a lot of problems in here. We would need to smooth chamfers only and give a minimum angle of 45 degrees, and that would solve a little bit of problems, but actually it would not resolve our main problem that are these ones. So one of the ideas I have is to make those chamfers in the material. And what do I mean by making these chamfers in the material? First of all, let's change this one to Corona. Okay, here in materials to Corona, we go to Corona, materials, generals, kind of like Corona. Okay, we got Corona material in here. In the maps, if we go to bump, we can see that we have a Corona edge material, Corona round edges. So in here we just specify kind of like 1001, and that would be it in order to see if we have our edges in here. The thing that you must have in your scene, let's just give it a try, a really quick try. So here we have Corona light. Sphere, rectangle. Okay, so just for the sake of trying it, okay. Directly just like that, I think we won't be able to see it. So yep, we have it. If you can see it, we have a chamfer there. I don't think we can go any lower. Yeah, we have a chamfer in there. And if you want to check that out, we can take it off. There you go. We have a chamfer in there. To resolve that, we could do it with the chamfer option modifier activated, or with the material. That I think with the material is quite simple, because that way we can apply it to many other objects without adding more polygons to our geometry. So okay, once we already have this guy here that we need from the front plate, we just put it show you. So we have in here okay, so yeah, sorry about that. So we have in here, if we open that, from here we just duplicate this geometry that is already working fine since the vertices are welded. So in this one we can just chamfer, make it 0.1. Since it's a soft material such as wood, I would use a 55 tension and the smoothing chamfers only. Remember about this option. And yeah, one more thing. Since as always SketchUp imports with really a lot of problems, what I do is reset Xform. To this one we need to detach it, Now we reset the X form, we collapse all. Okay, and now if we apply the chamfer, it works better. So 0.001, that way you can see if it works better. 0.55 extension and chamfer, smooth chamfers only. That way, if you can see here, maybe not now, but in many other objects, there are times in which it has a few problems. So now we need to put it just attached to the door. Now, of course, we just center the pivot, and that's it. We have one door. These references, basically, we don't have anything to make it rotate the door. So here, basically, it's just like that, plain without anything else, anything inside. I think that this way, the object is already done, and well, the rest of the geometry is quite easy to model. This element doesn't come in the model that the client gave us, so we'll need to remodel that. And this is basically one cylinder, 1, 2, 3 cylinders, and this one, it was a spline. I rounded the edges, filleted the edges, and I extruded. After that, I converted into poly in order to grab the vertices and move them down, and after that I just applied another chamfer, and that would be it for the lower part of this drawer. The rest is pretty easy to do. This is just a box that I modeled, and I put some divisions in there. We're not gonna see them, but just in case, I just did that. With this door model, we just need to duplicate it, or instance even, in 4 different times, and that would be it. I hope these quick tips can help you to understand how to break different objects into different shapes and try to model them this way. I will keep ordering my layers in my file, and I will see you now in the next one.